Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
Let's go ahead and take a check of our forecast here at home.
Hey, Alana.
Great news coming out of Nevada, especially because we're getting so much moisture. It's snowing right now on Main Street in Park City. As we take that live view, we capture the snow coming down, slushy roads, very evident there. Not a surprise. Winter weather advisory in effect through tomorrow morning. We knew this first wave of moisture would come in and bring valley rain and mountain snow. That valley rain noticeable in Oak City towards Millard County. Soggy day, especially west of I-15, where we have seen those showers fill in. As we get through tonight, they're going to focus more so on the north, but as we look at the forewarned radar, we jump down south and you're able to see just over the state line there, down towards St. George, maybe a spotty shower. But now that wet weather has focused in northern Utah from the Ogden Valley down to Nephi, west end of I-15 in the western side of the state. Best chance of seeing that wet weather, but our mountains continue with the snow. Now, a southwesterly flow can shadow places like Salt Lake and Tooele, and as a result, you may not see the wet weather there. That is the reason why we will overcome the dry layer and eventually see showers and an active pattern as we get through the week. The Wasatch Front has a chance of those showers as we get through the next several hours, down to 43 by ABC4 News at 10, running above average today. Southwesterly flow also does that. Brings in the warmth, and that's what we're seeing. Okay, big picture here. You've probably heard about the flooding and the wet weather hitting the west. It's an atmospheric river moving in, so we've got an upper level low, and the circulation around it helps to funnel that subtropical moisture inland. That is an abundance of moisture, and we will get the remnants of that as that upper level low crosses through the Beehive State. It's a multi-part system here that's going to make its way through the west, and that's why we'll see wet weather. Satellite radar shows us what we're dealing with right now, but as we step back, you're able to notice that low just off the coast of Northern California. It's going to start to move inland. We're dragging that plume of moisture into Nevada and, yes, Utah. Okay, snow levels, they're running high again today. We're sitting at about 7,000 feet, but they're going to gradually decrease as we get to the middle of the week, down to 5,500 feet. And then we get a change in the winds from southerly winds to northwesterly winds midweek. And that's when northern Utah has a better chance of seeing more widespread moisture, and the chance of some snow showers is in the forecast even for our valleys. I'll show you when. Futurecast kind of puts this into motion. Hanging on to showers in the north tonight, clearing the south. Doesn't last for long. Quiet start to our Tuesday, but precipitation potential spikes as we get into the day, starting in southern Utah. Another round. Washington, Kane, Iron counties getting that wet weather. Mountains will pick up heavy snow. We see as that moisture surges north and takes over as we get through our Tuesday and into Wednesday. We will see periods of precipitation as we head Wednesday into Thursday. You see the snow in the mountains Wednesday at 10 a.m. It's in Utah County, and then the wet weather begins to fill in. Very active pattern as we get through this entire week, with several systems bringing more moisture for the next 3 days, anywhere from a 1/4 inch to 3/4 of an inch, with additional rainfall for our valleys and snow potential hefty. Okay, southern mountains really get favored by this. Happened at the end of last week, and that's why we actually have that winter storm warning in effect. 1 to 2 feet expected winter storm watches up for the northern and central mountains. Looking at temperatures for tomorrow, we will see those numbers in the 40s and again with the 50s, that winter alert kind of showing exactly what we're dealing with. And as we check, you're able to see that regional forecast with those 40s and 50s. Here is the 7-day for St. George. Hustling through here so you can see that, yes, that wet weather sticks around Monday through Friday. Temperatures running well below average. And in the north, similar pattern, soggy conditions, periods of wet weather, waves of water. No matter how you put it, it's going to be soggy at times through the week.
Soggy.